Hello everyone, how are you? Today I would like to give you another timeless reading. My topic here today is going to be your career. Okay, so how have things been? How how is your job or your work right now? What can you do to better your career? What can you expect in the near future? So as you can see, I have 5 Lenomand cards in here. They belong to the 7 sphere tarot deck. And each card is a different image. I will not go deep into their meaning, but I might base on them to explain the cards that got chosen. But just pause the video here if you want to and think clearly about it. See which image you vibe with the most, which image you feel like is most suitable for you right now. And I will read for each group of cards. Okay? So the first one, the rider. The second one is the key. The lighting is a bit off, so I'm sorry about that. The third one, the house. The fourth one, the mountain. And the last one, sheep. Okay, so I will see you in the reading. If you feel like this reading is not for you, like none of the image that I have shown you resonate with how you feel, then by all means click out, and I will see you in another reading. Thank you. Hello. This reading is for anyone who have chosen the card, the rider. Okay, so today I have 2 decks with me. The first one is Ostara Tarot deck, and the second one is Steampunk deck. I will read for you the first 3 cards as the current flow of event by Ostara deck, also the outcome card as from this deck as well, and then I will pick out one advice card from Steampunk deck. Okay, let's go into it. Okay, already one card fell out, so I'm going to shuffle 3 times as usual, and if no cards or the number of cards that fall out is not necessary, like it's not enough, sorry, not enough, then I'm going to pick out cards until like there are enough cards for us to read. Okay, so I have the reason to believe that many people right now have difficulties in finding jobs or advancing in their career. The economy is not really in the best state right now. So for everyone, I know this can be a difficult reading, because all of us can feel very lost right now and need some guidance, and I completely understand that. Okay, so no more cards fell out, and I decide that I'm going to pick out 3 random cards. Second one. Third one. And the outcome cards here. Okay, so let's dive into it. The first card that fell out was the Page of Cups. The second one is the Kings of Wands. The third one, Temperance. And the last one, the Outcome card. I believe this is Seven of Wands. Yes. Okay, so the first card, the Page. The Page is all about romance, creativity, and a message from someone or someplace far beyond us, someplace we cannot reach. Sometimes if you believe in spirituality, it might be the spirit that tell you the message. Or how it feels, how it often feels like the world is telling you to do something. Instinct, intuition. That's what it's all about. I'm sorry, so I made a very big mistake. This card is actually Kings of Coins. So it's been a long time since I touched All-Star deck at all. So yes, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, I think that will not affect much into how I actually can interpret the cards and especially the connection together. I had to double check it, and yes, I was wrong. Yeah, this card and really the King of Wands of this deck feel very alike. They all have deer symbols to them. So yeah, King of Coins. Kings of Coins is a king of the material world. He represents things of the physical realm, the wealth, your health, the place that you live, how your body feels physically. That's how he's like. In this image of All-Star deck, as I always feel whenever I look into this, the cards, the beautiful cards of this deck, is that it's almost like a folk tale or fairy tales, something dark, something illuminous, something that is unknown yet familiar with each of us. It tells a story, and also it warns us of the way that the world works. And as you can see, Kings of Coin from this deck especially, he looks so almost evil. If you understand, or if you feel what I feel, he looks like, if you play this game and it is my favorite game of all time, Thief, the series from the 90s. There is this creature, or the king of the forest. He's a god of trick, and I feel like the image of the king of coin from this card is really alike to that character from that game. How to deal with him, and life and all things that is related to the physical world can be actually very tricky. You see one thing and then you feel another. You touch and you feel certain matter. You thought that you understand it, but the core of it is different. So yeah, this card is a great influence to your material realm, and you need to be careful with it. The second one, the Temperance. Oh, I'm sorry, the third one. The third card, the Temperance. The Temperance is about balance of things. As you can see, I feel like the image in here, she looks like Libra. She looks like the character that balance the flow of life, the flow of different creatures. In here you see that there are many different kind of animals and creatures, and so she's in control of that flow. or how she feels within herself in relation to the nature around her. So the temperance is like that. And the last one, the outcome card, 7 of Wands. Okay, so let's take a minute and look at all these images and connect them together. Do you feel familiar with any of the image down here? I believe that in a reading, it's always important to hold on to how you see and how you feel. So I feel like your current jobs or your current career right now, there's a lot of important factors into it. Creativity, the material or the finance, the balance between work life and your own personal life. And yes, the outcome card in here, 7 of Wands, is about dealing with challenge. You might have gone through a lot of challenges before this moment. And maybe you are feeling very overwhelmed by so many things that have been going on. But you have to keep on. This is the key moment to decide whether you're going to succeed, or are you going to fall down. And it's important. But don't worry. I believe that it's not always about being on top. It's not always about being the best. The thing is, you need to be the best of yourself, the best version of yourself. But that's how I feel. Let's see what the cards want to tell you. Now I will pick out an advice card for you and what you should do with your career. Because there's this one thing, I still feel unclear about the flow of energy of all this card. Right now they feel rather scattered to me, even though I could see that your career right now seems to be going pretty well in a certain way, in a certain aspect. And you are influenced by many factors. But what can you do right now to deal with the new challenge ahead? And what can you do to focus yourself on doing something better for your career? Okay, so 2 cards fell out. No, actually 3 cards. The first one is the Wheel of Fortune. The second one, 6 of Swords. And the third one, 9 of Swords. Okay. So there's something I have to tell you first, is that the images of these 3 cards that represent 3 different aura, completely 3 different aura, but yet plays a big role in your career. I see almost as if they are different persona of yourself. One that has to balance, one with the feminine energy, one is a super masculine one that has the strength and the energy, the control, the sense of control, and the desire to make more in life. And this one is about the soul of a child. The soul of a child is not either that's not either feminine nor masculine. She just she is just creative, filled with the flow of life and the desire to live. So now I start to see a bigger picture, and I start to connect this story, their stories together. I think these three cards definitely talking about you and how your lives right now. I feel like you are someone who is super creative, super passionate, and are action focused, and you're ready to move on. You just like the image, the rider. You are ready to explore, you're ready to deal with the world and what it has to give. So yeah, now let's talk about the advice card. The first one, the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune, when I see this card, I see that there's going to be either luck or something going on that you cannot be in control of. But what else? What else? Should you let your life or the current, whatever you've been working on, to be in the hand of fate? I'm not really sure. But what is the Wheel of Fortune's? What can be Wheel of Fortune's advice? Let's see into the other two cards to read more into the meaning of Wheel of Fortune, okay? So the first one, Six of Swords. Six of Swords is about leaving a situation that is not good for you. Okay, so let's see, maybe the choice that you made, maybe the action that you have taken is not leading the right way. Maybe the situation you are in, the workplace that you have been, or just the environment that you're staying in is not good. You need to leave. You need to know the limit of how you can take in the energy, the burdens, and so many other things. And I think these two cards actually has a lot to do together, because Nine of Swords is about worries, depressions, a lot of things that been going on that stress you out so much that you cannot sleep, that you feel like you almost cannot move anymore, and you have to deal with things. You have to deal with things still. So is this a sign, the advice for this current flow of energy, the challenge that will arise? Is it worth it? These cards are asking you, is it worth it that you going through so many things, and yet again you still have to deal with another challenge in your career? Is this worth it? Are you ready to fall off the cliff? You ready to go into the fire for whatever you thinking that is the goal ahead? Maybe you need to rethink it, because if it's affecting you mentally and bodily in the wrong way, then it's time to leave. It's not anything wrong. It's good to change the direction, because this card is also about the change of direction that you need to take in order to fly off, to be in a further place than where you have been. So come back to the Wheel of Fortune. Things will happen, challenge will arise that will be out of your control, whether you consider this lucky or unlucky, or simply just really bad. It's out of your hand now, and you need to take action. You need to be in control of your life, but sometimes you can't, and you have to decide. If you have to leave the situation, then by all means you need to do that before you break yourself down. and it's only necessary. Don't blame yourself on whatever happened, because it's out of your hand. It is out of your hand that things happen this way. Do what you must. Do it for yourself. Don't hurt yourself just because of what can happen. With these three cards, though, as I said, you are totally capable of many things. You are so creative, you so mentally, physically strong, and you have great balance. If that's the case, whatever is a challenge ahead, I hope and I think that you will overcome it. I think right now, today, for this reading, I think this is pretty much enough. Yes, and again, whether what challenge will arise and what is going to happen, I hope you stay strong and face what you must. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It means a lot for me. And I will see you in the next reading. Thank you. Hello. This is the reading for anyone who have chosen the group, the key, the image to the key. Oh, come on, Sue. Give me the card. Give me the card. Okay, so, oh, come on. So this for the group, the key. Here, I will show you again how it looks like. Okay, so how are you? How have things been? I think it's been a very difficult time for everyone relating to their career or their finance. It's been a few difficult years, and yeah, I would like to read for you about your career today. So the first thing I'm going to do is to pick out 3 cards for your current flow of event relating to your career, the current state of it. 1 card for the outcome or represent the near future, the near possible future. And 1 last card as the advice. What should we do right now? What should we focus on to be better, to do better for our career? Okay. So decide to just take over like half the screen already. But yeah, bear with her and bear with me, please. I don't think I can shoo, like can just shoo her away. Her name is Sue, and I cannot shoo her away. Yeah. Okay. I think she's going to sleep soon, and I'm going to read for you the first 4 cards by Ostara deck, and then I'm going to read for you the advice card by Steampunk deck. Okay, so here we go. I will shuffle 3 times. If no cards fall out, I will pick out 4 random cards. Why are you looking at Sue? Sue. Sue. So really love just hanging around my table whenever I work. She will be very curious about everything that I do, and then she's gonna fall asleep naturally. Do you have a cat, and do they act in the same way as well? Please let me know down below. Okay, I think I shuffled 4 times and no cards fall out, so what I'm going to do is to pick out 4 cards. Okay, so I need you to move a bit. Okay, that's good. Good girl. You see, she's going to take 1 card herself, or a few cards. The first card. The second card. The 4th card. No, the 3rd card. I'm sorry, I'm my brain. And the last card. I know it looks very messy. Deal with me, please, because I try my best. I try my best. Okay. Okay. So I picked out 4 cards. This is the outcome card, and these 3. The first one is 10 of Cups. It's a very beautiful card, as you could see. 2 lovers under the sea, held together by the tentacles. The next one is 3 of Pentacles. And the last one is High Priestess. The outcome card in this reading is the Hermit. Okay, so I'm going to explain to you the first 3 cards. The first card represents your emotional self. How would I describe this card? It's about the fact that you feel fulfilled, you feel completely happy, and it's usually about the fact that you find your soulmate, or you together with someone who you really cherished and you really love them. It also can be related to the fact that your family is very happy right now, and everything feels right, everything feels in place. The next one is 3 of Coins. This card is related to the fact that you have a good connection with your colleagues, with whomever you are working with right now in your project, and you have a good opportunity that's coming that relate to a collaboration or things like that. And the last one, this one is rather tricky. The High Priestess is about intuition. It's about choices that you made based on your instinct. And at the same time, she also represents us with challenge, with questions in life. If you're on your way to achieve something, she's going to be the one to teach you the way the world works and how things are going to be. Generally, I feel like these 3 cards have something to do together really strongly, just based off their image and color theme. I could feel like right now, whatever you are doing is fulfilling about your emotional side. The current project, are you working with the one that you loved? You having a project that you guys really care about together, like building up from the ground? It could be the case. And this means that it has a good foundation. You not only have like cares and love for them, but the chemistry in working together is very important. I must say that it's always difficult to work with your relatives or your loved one, because emotion should be separated and distinguished from workplace. But if you work on something, a project that you really love together with the one that you care about, and you guys suit each other in working, that is amazing. And I hope that is the case, because I myself have projects and have plans that I want to work on with my best friends and my significant other. I think we all really could support each other in our career. It doesn't have to be also that you guys work together in the same place or in the same project, but also it could be that the loved one, your loved ones, are the one to support you very greatly in your career. And that is just about right. I think that is really fortunate. The last one though, the card High Priestess, is about challenge and intuition. Are you someone to choose to deal with things based on your instinct, based on how you feel about things, and you have strong intuition that you always somehow choose the right things for yourself, most of the time, not all the time, then I believe that, yes, your career at the moment, maybe it's just the beginning, maybe it's just the start, maybe everything is still unclear, because this card also has a certain uncertainty to it. So I feel like your career right now, even though it feels like a passion project, it feels passionate, but it's just a start, and everything is still unclear, and everything is still about, how to say, everything is about the fact that you still on your way to achieve the success that you really want. Okay, so I feel like there's not too much that I could talk about in these three cards, because their energy seem pretty clear though. The near outcome, the near future that you might have is the Hermit. So this card is completely opposite to the feeling of Ten of Cups. With Ten of Cups, it's also blue, but it's a warm blue. It's a warm purple. It's a feeling of love, being together with someone. The Hermit, though, is the cold blue. It's the darkness that surrounds you. Okay, so you have the support of your loved one. I don't think anyone can take that away from you, unless something happens. But I believe that this card doesn't exactly indicate that. I feel like whoever is behind you, they're gonna support you all the time. But the thing is, there are challenges, there are questions that only you can answer. Only you can find the solution to it, and you have to deal with it in the dark on your own. This will only help you to progress, to advance your skills, your understanding, many things that is profitable for you in the future. So what can you do to deal with maybe a near time that is a near future that is rather lonely? I know it might sound like something negative, but as someone who has to deal with a lot of dark time, that I only have myself to blame, and I only have myself to keep myself up and move on, at least mentally, then I believe that you can do it, and this is only good for you in a certain way. Yeah. So no more cards fell out. Oh, this is a very beautiful card. You know what it means. Queen of Cups. I especially remember this card because back in 2016, when I just graduated, I was in a very dark time in my life. Things worse than now, a lot, at least to me. And I pick out this card a lot, and so much that I remember the meaning behind it very clearly. What is she doing? She's cheering, holding up the cup that represent love, romance, creativity, to remind you that those are the things, the passion that you should keep. Always remember it in your heart. It is important. And as long as you don't lose it, you are very close to success. You are very close to achieve what you really deserve what you really want. I could see that you are a passionate person. Whatever you've been working on, you working because of love, because of how you truly feel. And because of that, maybe the near future might be a dark time, might be even more difficult than now. As long as you remember love, passion, creativity, the reason that you are here for, the reason that you work for, then you definitely gonna achieve it. Don't forget about it. It is important. Okay, so I think that your reading in here today is very clear. I think I could feel very strong energy from it, very sharp as well. I hope that this reading today for you, whoever need to hear it, is going to help you in some way or another. Maybe it will make your mind feel clearer about the things that you need to do and what you need to do to better the things that are going on in your career. I know it might sound like you're going to have to deal with fire again, but I know also that you're going to make it because of your passion. Okay, so if you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate your support in every bit of it. And I hope to see you in the next reading. Thank you. Hello. This is the reading for anyone who have chosen the group, the house. Here, let me show you again the house. I will not go deep into the meaning of this Lenomand card, as I have said, but instead today I will read for you 4 cards by this All-Star deck. 3 cards represent the current flow of events regarding your career. 1 card is about near future or the outcome. And I will read 1 card as the advice from Steampunk deck. Okay, so let's go into it. Today Sue is also here with us. She loves hearing my voice and then fall asleep. You feel like it's so adorable, like it's too much sometimes. How your cats or your dogs make you feel. Or your pets, how lovely they just are naturally. Like they don't even do much. Don't need to express much, but it's always feel like a lot. Okay, so that's the second shuffle. Third shuffle, and no cards fell out, so I'm going to choose 3 cards randomly. Okay. The first card. The second card. The third card. and the fourth card. Okay, so let's read into it. I know Sue is always gonna take over half of my screen, or like 1/3 of it, and maybe in the future, like 2 out of 3 part of my screen, because she's going to grow a lot too. But I can never deny her. I can never refuse her. You know, like she's everything. I can't just shoo her away. Don't have the heart to. So yeah, the first card, 7 of coins. The second card, Queen of Swords. The third card, 10 of Wands. I'll let you see each card clearly. First card, second card, and third card. 7 of coins. 7 of coins is about the fact that you have to self-reflect about your journey, your career, whatever you've been working on. Is it going okay? Is there something that you can improve? Did you do something that caused a certain consequence that is not what you want? Something, anything. You need to rethink about how things have been, because on your journey to success, you always have to look back and see the things, how things have been, how things go, and see for yourself the structure of it, or what can you do to better the scenario, you know. So that's how simple this card is. The second one though, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is about, the sword is about your mentality, your will, and your action. Your will decide what you're going to do. So yes, this card, even though it looks like a warm color, it's very beautiful. It's a very beautifully drawn and painted. But yet, this is a lonely card. This lady here is a very lonely person. She has a will of, the will of metal, of stone. She's not going to move easily. She gonna do what she have already decided, and no one can persuade her otherwise. And because of that, she is truly a cold leader. She's ready to take action based on her own will. She's ready to protect whatever she believes in. She's tough. People believe her, people trust in her, but at the same time they fear her. And because of that, Queen of Swords is about loneliness as well. The last one, 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is about burden that has overcome your, the burden that have overweighted, your body, your soul, your mind. Are you somewhere at the moment that you feel like you can no longer struggle for more? You can no longer try harder because it's so heavy. It feels like you cannot move. You cannot move further. It's very alike to 10 of Swords. But if 10 of Swords means you cannot move anymore, 10 of Wands is about the fact that you're going to fall down, and whatever you've been carrying gonna fall down with you as well. But that means that you can still change your mind. You can still stop right now and share the burden with others. As I could see in here, the flow of these 3 cards, when talking about your career, I could see that you trying too hard on your own. You are like the Queen of Swords. You are right now carrying and decide everything on your own. Are you having your own business right now? Or you have to deal with a project that as a leader, and you have to take all the responsibility whether it's gonna succeed or it's going to fail. That's where you are, and that is really not a healthy thing to deal with right now, because mentality is important, and your mental health is important. And right now I think you feel overwhelmed. Your mind is truly overwhelmed by so much work and so many responsibilities. And right now I feel like you're trying to revise, you're trying to look at the things that you've been doing, see if there's something wrong. But maybe when I look at all these three cards, I see that you are a tough person. But please don't mistake being like resting and giving yourself time to being weak. You need to give yourself time. You need to share the burden. Right now you are being alone on your journey, but that's not how things should go, especially when talking about work. We live in a society and we live together with other people. If we do not know how to share our work, our burdens, we cannot advance well in life, especially career-wise. And you should understand that, especially nowadays in the time where the world is more than ever connected. It's just wise to know how to share your workload with others. And this is your outcome card. So don't panic. I know this is a tower and it's burning down. You know what I feel about this? When I look at the tower in this deck and from what I have read about you, I see that this is inevitable. The tower is about the fact that the root of the problem is right now being shown, and it is broken, and everything on top is falling down because the root of it right now is shaken. The core of how you understand things, the core of how you believe you are as a person may be shaken right now, and might very well feel like it's going down, it's broken down, it's burned down, and things are changing very quickly. I think you could feel this. Why? You are a strong person with sharp mind, with sharp intuition, but at the same time, all the burden that you have carry so much, you know that this is going to fall down anyway. And you're not going to be surprised because you see the tower. But please, the tower is not all about negativity. When it's inevitable to happen, maybe because things have been very bad already, and it comes to this point not by coincidence, but because it needs to happen. So what can you do right now to deal with the tower, to deal with what might happen in the future, or the overwhelming feeling that you're dealing with? No cards fell out, so I'm going to pick out one card. Four of Swords. a person is laying down with three swords ahead of them, like up, and a sword that they holding and is laying down on the ground. So Four of Swords, the very important message right now, how you should deal with what is going, that what might happen ahead of this. You need to rest. Simply, you need to rest. You cannot do anything else anymore. You cannot fight back. I think there's someone who have given me an advice before when you deal with the tower as well, is that this is a big wave. A big wave is coming. You are in the sea. No matter how you struggle, you cannot fight back the sea. And a big wave, maybe a tsunami is coming even. The only way you could do is to lay low, to dip yourself down in the water and let the wave carry you away, hopefully to the shore, because that's what it's going to do, right? Or at least that's how you're going to wait for it to pass, just so that you can rise up again and take in the air. So what you should do right now, I believe, is to lay low, to rest. Don't think about it anymore. I know three swords are still up ahead, and you feel like it's going to fall down anytime. But believe me, the only thing you could do now is to protect your mentality, protect your health, protect what you still have. The tower is not a simple card. What's going to happen will happen anyway, and you cannot do anything against it. The best thing right now for you to do, yes, just stop fighting. I know that it sounds very negative, this whole energy, because you are a tough person. I know that you feel like not fighting is really, it feels stuck, you know. It feels like, so what I'm going to do, just let it be. But yeah, sometimes it is the answer. Let it be, let it go. Need to know to accept it. So I think today's reading is going to end here. I hope that whatever you've been dealing with and going to deal with, you're gonna get through it. Trust in yourself. Trust in what you still have, who is still with you. And even if you are alone, like what this card indicate, you still have yourself. You still have who you are, and protect it. Don't let go of that part of yourself. Protect yourself. And I hope and I know you will get through it. Okay, so if you like my content and if you want to support me, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate your help, your support in every bit of it. I really want to bring out and send a positive message to everyone that I've crossed my path. It sounds cliche, but it's a big world, and sometimes I see that people forget to be kind to one another, and kind words matter a lot. Sometimes we just need to hear it, and we don't know what to expect, but it means a lot. So yeah, I'll see you in the next reading. Thank you. Hello. So this is a reading for anyone who have chosen the group, the mountain. So here it is, Lenomand card, the mountain. I will not go deep into the meaning of this Lenomand card. Instead, today I'm going to read about your career using two decks. One deck is going to be Ostara Tarot, and the second one is Steampunk Tarot. First, I'm going to pick out 4 cards. 3 cards represent your current flow of event regarding your career. 1 card about near future by this deck, and 1 card as the advice from Steampunk deck. Okay, so let's get into it. So things have been very tiring lately, but I don't know, I feel way more hopeful than last week or last month. Things slowly, progressing, so to speak, and I don't know what I'm going to achieve yet, but I feel hopeful. I feel like there's something to look forward to in the future. Okay, so no cards fell out. I'm going to pick out 3 random cards. Aw, Sue is on my way. Aw, come on, baby. I'm sorry, I just have to pet her all the time. And I can never refuse her, like pushing her aside and just shoo her away when I read cards or when I work. She's going to be here when I work because she wants to be so, and I just have to let her be. And now she's on my card. Great, I'm sorry. But yeah, let's focus on it. 3 cards. I need to look at the picture to have a feeling about it. There's so many possibilities. This is the first card. This is the second card. The third card. And the fourth card. Okay, let's get into it. So do you mind to just taking over my screen like this, and 90% of the time she's going to be asleep because that's what she decides to do. Do you mind? Do you mind her at all? Let me know. But I don't think I will do anything about it still, because I just love her. I just love her a lot. So, okay. The first card that I picked out was Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is tricky because you don't know what's going to happen next, but it's going to happen anyway. And it's the cycle of life just as much as the fact that something new, something unexpected, yes, going to happen. Either it's going to be luck on your side or might be deemed as unlucky. Okay, so the next one, Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is someone who is ready to take action. He rushing into the battle in order to protect what he believes in. But he might act without thought beforehand, and this is gonna be a problem. Are you rushing into a project because you feel a desire to do it or because something pushed you? Are you rushing because of something urgent? Be careful. The last one, the magicians. The magicians is about a person who is well equipped by many skills necessary in order to be successful on his career. So in here, I feel like the magicians is more like a reminder or someone who give you the challenge ahead, because the vibe of these three cards, especially the knight. Oh, so I feel like there's something. Maybe the knight is not really you in your career. It could be someone. Someone is affecting you, someone who's holding the sword against you. I just have a feeling like that. But maybe it's not really like that. Just let me know if it resonates with you, and tell me your story, please. But yeah. So if these two cards go together, you could see that the color theme really alike and similar. I feel like luck is on your side. And whatever or whomever is pushing you to go forward, your instinct and your ability, your skill, your experiences as a magician let you know what you need to do. That, or the fact that between the desire to rush into the battle and do whatever you need to do, and your ability to understand that no, that's not how you should do. You need to hone your skill, and you need to be ready as the magicians tell you to do so. So you are actually dwindling between these two forces right now, and Wheel of Fortune is coming, or is already there, and you know that you have to do something. So what might be the near future or the outcome to all of this? Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is a beautiful card. She is about stability, financially, and financial stability, and whatever is materialism, the physical side of the world. She's a mother, she's protective, and she's also, how to say, she helps you grow. So when I talk about career, I feel like this card right here is very suitable, it's very necessary. Either this, the image of someone who's going to support you financially and mentally as well, more so financially, and anything that relate to the material world, like a place to work, a place to stay, or maybe like support you with resources that you need. That, or you should know that you have support from your back, maybe not just one person but many people, and these people are there for you. So I'm still not really sure, does that mean that someone is going to meet someone new, or you going to receive support from people you already known? It could be. Might be as well that this card is actually you yourself, that you gone to a certain extent that your career is at a place that you feel comfortable enough to support and give others, or your career itself is about give and take. Okay, so I feel like that is actually a very good outcome, a very good future. Either you receive support, or you can be so stable that you can support others. So what can you do? What can you do during a time like this to maybe like advance ahead in your career? I know that I know what Sue can do to advance herself in her career as a cat. I think she needs to eat more, and play more, like exercise and stuff like that, and you know that's gonna help her be a healthy grown cat in the future, and that's fucking great. That's really great. And yeah, okay, so this is a card. This is our card in here. I know that a few cards fell out, but I did feel that this card is the right one in here. And I think it did fall out first. I'm not really sure anymore. I'm sorry. But yeah, Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is about resources. So she's also related to Queen of Pentacles. They are the one that decide what's going to happen in your physical realm. So if the Queen is a stability, is a supporter, Page of Pentacles remind you that when you go into the war, or when you have to deal with the world, you need resource. You need to know what you are dealing with, and you need backup. Always be ready, and always be ready with a lot of support, a lot of things that are going to help you in your career. Maybe right now, even though you get supported, you shouldn't just rely on that support, but instead you need to gain resources yourself. You need to go around, like if you do play game, and I do, then you know that in certain kind of game like survival crafting, you need to go around, and at the beginning you have nothing, but you need to go around, you need to start finding resources and then start crafting, right? So yeah, you need to do the same thing. And it's important, in order to advance in anything that you do, be careful as well, because you cannot just face everything without just feeling, just desire. That alone will not help you in your career. So if the Knight of Swords is telling me that you are rushing, you might be rushing into things, then Page of Pentacles is the one to remind you that, take a step back, think about it. You need to learn how to build up for yourself a fort in order to fight the battle first. Okay, so our reading here today, I think I do feel a bit distracted with this reading. Like, I'm not really sure what is actually can be, because you see I have many ideas on how it could be, and that's usually the case. This is the reading for like anyone who resonates with it, and the story can be, your story can be very different from one another, and because of that, it cannot just be interpreted in one way or the other, but instead, like, I can read out the energy from it, but not everything, unless we talk to each other personally, like one-on-one. So yeah, I do think though that I have a general idea of what this reading is about, and so I hope that you are doing what you can, and you have the support that you need in near future. So if you like my content, if you like reading today, and if you like to support me, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I hope that it will be helpful to you in some way or another. If this resonates with you a lot, tell me down below in the comment as well. I definitely gonna read them all. And I'll see you in the next reading. Thank you. Hello. This is the reading for anyone who have chosen the card, the sheep. Okay, so what I'm going to do here today is I'm going to read for you about your career using 2 decks of cards. The first deck is going to be Ostara Tarot. I'm going to pick out 4 cards. 3 represent your current flow of event, regarding your career. One card is about near future, near possible future. And the last card, an advice card from Steampunk deck. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm sorry, Sue is sleeping and she's going to take over half of my screen. And that's going to be the way it is for most of my video, as long as it's on my table. So yeah, I do film at home, and I don't have a studio or anything. I film by my phone as well. So like there are certain kind of technical difficulties, but all in all, you know what? I just bought this lamp, the one I'm using right now. It's just great. And before I only had one lamp, and it was in white light. The lighting wasn't good. But yeah, I regarding my own career, I think I advanced bit by bit, very little things like buying new equipment or taking care of certain matter regarding my work. Okay, so no card fell out. I'm going to pick out 3 cards randomly. I know that the lighting is still not the best, but I'll see to it. I'll see to it whether if I can change it for the better, like in near future. The first card. The second card. The third card. And the fourth card. Okay, so let's get into it. So I have been standing here for around 1 hour, and my stamina is actually really low. So, and sorry, I'm complaining. Yes, I'm complaining, but yeah, it's kind of exhausting when I read continuously for different group of energy. It can be pretty exhausting. So yeah, let's look into this three first card. The Empress is the first card. The second card is the Queen of Pentacles. The third card is Four of Swords. Okay, so I'm sorry my hand is shaky because at certain hour during the day my hand is pretty shaky. It's just the way it is. So yeah, the Empress resemble birth, resemble anything that blooming, that's growing powerfully, and she resemble life itself. So yeah, she's a very good card, very great card. Are you a very passionate person in your project or your career, your work? Because this card right here has a very strong aura. It's telling me that you are like the Empress in your work. You nurture the project, you nurture other participants or colleagues. You know their strength, their weaknesses, and you know how to help them to advance in their career. So you are indeed a very supportive character. Queen of Pentacles has somewhat similar energy to the Empress. She also represents anything that's growing, especially in the material realm. So financially, are you stable as well? And are you the supporter to others? Are you giving more than you take? Then you are the Queen of Pentacles. And I do have a feeling that you are the supporter to other people, because these two cards together seem to tell me the same thing. And it seems to resemble the fact that you are someone who is just great with the material world, with the physical side of things. You know how to make people feel like they can advance, they can progress better in their work, and also you help your work to progress financially as well. The third one, Four of Swords. Do you need rest right now? Maybe the fact that you've been the one to nurture others, the fact that you have always been there for others is exhausting. Or maybe you just simply right now need a break, and you are in the time of break right now. Is it like you changing to a new project or changing your job? It could be. But no matter what, it doesn't change the fact that you are alike to these two cards. You have a supportive characteristic. The last one, the outcome card. This card has somewhat the opposite feeling to Queen of Pentacles and the Empress. She is a lonely character. She represents your will, your action. She is ready to cut through the chase and go straight into the matter of fact. And she's going to tell you what to do. But because of how fierce she is, people fear her. And because people fear her, she is rather a lonely character. I'm not sure what does it mean, but you have three cards that represent three queens. This is your power. You are a powerful feminine character, and you going to do whatever is in your power to build up the career that you need to, that you want to, but also you are supporting other people on your career as well, because even the Queen of Swords, she is the leader. She knows what she needs to do in order to help her team, her kingdom to advance, to progress. She might be cold and fierce, but she's not heartless, nor is she just a random someone. She is someone, and even a random someone can, they have their own power. But with her power though, it specifically is about the empowerment of a person and the leader position. Since this two card has somewhat the opposite feeling to it, that I feel like maybe in the near future your responsibility might be heavier. It might be the fact that you will have to be more fierce with your action, and you have to be tougher about the decision that you make. That might makes you feel like someone who is dealing with things on their own, and maybe you will feel burdened by things that's going on. So what can you do to deal with this new position? Okay, one card fell out. Six of Swords. Okay, so the simple answer to this is to leave when you feel like you need to. This responsibility right now to you as the queen of your kingdom is so overwhelming. It's a situation, the workplace, the environment that you're staying in is toxic or in any way makes you feel unbearable or heavy inside. If that's the case, then you should leave. Knows your limit is about the thing of this card. Knows the limits of your energy, your mentality, your ability to take things in. You need to take a step back in order to fly further into the sky, to where you need to be, to where you deserve to be. This is not a card about giving up. This is not a card about giving up at all. It's a card about knowing when to leave a wrong situation a bad situation and advance further by leaving it behind. Protect yourself, protect your mentality. So I feel like with this reading, the answer to things are pretty straightforward. And again, among all of the 5 readings uh, that I have filmed today, I think that you strongly have a very powerful character. And I'm not saying that each group doesn't have their own strength, but yours is about being a leader. And I cannot imagine that. I'm not someone who is capable of leading anyone. I only care about my own project and things that I can do on my own. So yeah, I cannot imagine how you would feel in this situation. But knowing that, you know, with someone who is ready to be a leader, because you need the mentality to be ready to be a leader, you know, they tend to take in a lot of responsibility. They tend to take in people's emotion, their hardship, and care about them a lot. And that in return will exhaust you. Sometimes, you know, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing to just be in charge of everything and everyone. If it's no longer for you, it feels too tiring, and it's go against your true self, the Empress, the nurturing self. If it's no longer for you, then you should leave. Okay, so I think that's pretty much enough for now. If you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate your support in every bit of it. And I hope whatever you are dealing with, you will overcome it with your power, with your energy. I know you can do it, and you will do it. I'll see you in the next reading. Thank you.